All right, guys, it's day number 15 of 90 Days of Greatness. The mission today is to destroy these biceps and these lats. Put a little bit of forearm work in there. Pretty simple approach, I think. So I'll start with lats. Probably some lat pull downs and some single arm pull downs. Maybe some assisted pull-ups at the end. Then for biceps, cable curls supersetted with some forearm curls. Probably some seated dumbbell curls to support my back, since I'm going to be working my back out. And I mean, there's not really a whole lot more going on than that. We'll see if it changes up when I get in there, but that's the basic plan. Feeling good, huh? Still dialing that diet back in. I'm not as, full transparency, I'm not as locked in as I was in my 30-day shred. But, you know, I have every confidence that in 75 days I'm going to be completely ripped. That is 100% the goal here. It's kind of a rainy day. Thought that person was going to turn out in front of me. But here we go. Day 45 in a row. Haven't missed a day yet. Don't plan on missing a day anytime soon. If I did, wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's pretty cool to have that streak going. We'll see how long we can keep it going. But you know, there's things in life that might get in your way sometimes. Something that's gonna, you know, throw a little bit of a wrench in your plan. But just like on vacation, when I ate a bunch of garbage, all you gotta do is when you get back is jump right back on. Jump right back on. But I mean, if you do go on vacation and you're able to stick to your diet, kudos to you. It's definitely possible. I could have. I think I kind of used it as an excuse to cheat on my diet. I think that's what I did with it. So, drink my pre-workout. I think I don't know if I'm gonna do like a heavier sets, just get kind of nastier with it, or if I'm gonna do slow and controlled. I think, since I've been having a little trouble hitting my lats the way I want to, that I should probably go slow and controlled, because when you're going heavy and you're having to break form even just a little bit, you're going to miss your targeted muscle sometimes. And I really need to lock in and develop my lats, so that's probably going to be my approach. So probably moderate weight, not too light. It definitely has to be a challenge, right? Or you're not even going to grow that muscle you're trying to hit. So moderate weight, nice stretch, nice squeeze. Really focus on that mind-muscle connection. That's my goal here. That's what I'm aiming for when I go into the gym today. Trying to get that focus and really hit it the way I want to. I did have my 4 eggs this morning, so that was a plus. I missed it the last 2 mornings, but we're getting back on track. We're getting there, guys. We're going to get there. I did notice when I was flexing in the mirror the other day that I'm having a little more vascularity coming through my forearms, which isn't hard. That's probably where you'll see veins first if you haven't really developed a lot of muscle, and you don't even really need a lot of muscle to see vascularity in your forearms and stuff. So still pretty cool to see. It's still a cool thing to see. Every once in a while I'm catching a glimpse of a vein coming through my biceps, so I guess you could say things are getting serious. We're getting serious. We're almost there. But yeah, gonna go in here, kill it. Then afterwards, gonna go do a little bit of door dashing. eat some food. Who knows what the rest of the day has in store, but that's where we're at right now, and I better slow down. Speed limit's 25 right here. It's a speed trap right here. They like to catch people. Not me, not today. They almost got me though. It's going 35 and a 25. Can't be having that. But we're about to pull up to the gym. Just got to go through this light and park. But I think I'm really locked in on what I wanted to do, you know. So lat pull downs, single arm pull downs, cable curls supersetted with wrist curls, and then seated dumbbell curls. I think I'm pretty locked into that idea. I think that's what's going to get me the results I want out of this particular workout. So let's get in there and get it done, guys. See you on the inside. All right, it's back and biceps day. I started off with some single arm pull downs to warm up, and then the lat pull down was no longer occupied after that, so I moved on over here. I did three sets of 12. I was really focusing on being slow and controlled on these sets. It really feels different when you get a stretch and a squeeze at the bottom. Here's set number 2. Changed the attachment. I didn't like the one that was on there. This one felt a lot better. As you can see, I'm still trying to be as slow and controlled as possible. That's how you get the most out of a lat pull down, I believe. Not that there's anything wrong with a heavy, nasty set, but I'm really trying to hit my lats. I'm trying to get that mind-muscle connection going. Final set of lat pull downs. I was getting kind of fatigued, but I kept the weight the same, and I continued to try to go slow. On this set, I tried to work on the swinging a little bit because I was watching the previous video and saw I was swinging quite a lot. So I wanted to slow it down. Stretch, squeeze, stretch, squeeze. Moving on to the single arm pull downs. I mean, you can just see my lats being engaged on this one. You know, moderate weight. You want to slightly bend at your elbow, but don't pull it down with your tricep. You're trying to pull it down with your lats. I ended up doing 3 sets of 12 per side on this one. As you can see, I'm not pulling down like a tricep push down. Stretch, squeeze, stretch, squeeze, just like that. Set number 2, also did 12 reps on each side for this one. Weight was still moderate for this one. On my final set, I did go a little heavier, so we'll see how that one looks. As long as it looks pretty controlled, I'll probably do all 3 sets a little heavier next time. Alright, coming up is the final set of single arm pull downs. camera angle's a little bad, but I will say this set, whether it was because it was the third set or the fact that I went a little heavier, it felt better than the other two sets. But I guess next time I do back day, I'll use this weight from the start and just see how it feels throughout. You see stretch right there, squeeze. And my arm is in a locked position, but I keep my elbow bent. That's how you hit your lats on this one. Bring it down by your hip. You'll just have to mess with it and try it out. Now we're moving on to biceps. I did superset this with some forearm curls, but I didn't record the forearm curls or the wrist curls. All I did was take a kettlebell and holding my arm straight out, and I curled it up to hit the top of my forearms. So I ended up, you know, kind of lightweight here because I was able to do 15 reps on every set. But I will say the reps from 12 to 15 were difficult and it burned quite a bit, so I think it was working just fine. Here's set number 2. Biceps was starting to fill with blood. I was starting to feel the pump. I kept the weight the same, and the target amount of reps was 15 again. And the 12 to 15 was difficult and it burned a lot. So I'm kind of liking that range on this exercise. And I didn't go into the gym with or this exercise saying I'm going to do 15 reps on each set, and just adjusted as I went. And here's the final set of that exercise. Biceps were pretty fatigued by this point, but I still kept the weight the same, and I ended up doing, pretty sure I did 15 reps on this one too, and those last 3 were very difficult. So had a very good bicep pump by the end of this exercise. And the first set of these dumbbell curls, I was using the 30s, and I thought it was recording, but it didn't. But I did do 3 sets. So this is set number 2. I lowered it to the 25s. Slightly angled. I didn't want to sit straight up. This felt actually really good on the stretch on the bottom, and then bringing them up. So I'm probably going to start doing my dumbbell curls like this, because it was, I don't know if it happens, if it has anything to do with the cable curls I did before this one, that it was, my biceps were already pumped, or whatever it is. It felt really good. And this is set number 3, the final set of my back and bicep workout. 25s again. Slow, control, hold at the top for a second, stretch and squeeze. That's the key, mind-muscle connection. My biceps were completely and totally toasted by the end of this one. Well, that's it for today, guys. Day 15 is in the books, and it was a massive success. Felt my lats pumped up. I felt my biceps pumped up. Blood was flowing to my targeted muscles, and what else can you ask for? Went in there to attack those muscle groups, and that's what happened. They got worked, they were stimulated, and I'm sure there'll be some growth. You know, it's important not to overcomplicate this. Be able to adjust, of course, absolutely be able to adjust, but do not overcomplicate it. Go in there. If it's biceps you're working on, and only biceps, that's fine for that day. You go in, do a bunch of curls, make sure you exhaust the muscle, make sure there's blood pumping to the muscle, make sure you're pushing yourself, even if it's just a little bit, and guess what? Your biceps will grow. The thing is, when you're new to working out, it happens pretty quick because your body's not used to this stimulation. But the more you work out, the harder it is to get the gains. But the only way you're not going to get the gains is if you don't show up for yourself. If you do not show up and work out the muscle, then you're not going to get any gains. If you show up, work out the muscle, you push yourself, you're going to get gains. It's that simple. It just never happens as fast as you want it to. And it's never going to happen as fast as you want it to. It's just how it is. But, you know, whether you're going after your goals or not, that time is going to pass anyway. So I'd rather look back on the last 10 years saying I gave it my best effort and I built something for myself than to look back and say, man, I shoulda. No. I'm sure we all have times in our life when we look back and think I shoulda, which goes to show that you're not pushing yourself to your full potential. You know, you got to lock in, you got to keep an open mind, and you got to push yourself every single day. It's really that simple. Like, I want to build my best physique. I think in my 20s, I was in great shape. 30s, you know, it is what it is. My 30s, I coulda, right? I coulda done this. I didn't. So we're not going to dwell on that. But what we're going to focus on the next 10 years for the rest of my lifetime is my health, you know, getting in the best shape I can. And it's crazy to think that my 40s is going to be my healthiest, which is kind of, you know, silver lining. A lot of people, when they turn 40, they're thinking, oh, it's all downhill from here. No, not for me. It's not downhill at all. I got something to look forward to be in my 40s, to be in my best shape of my life. I'm 38 right now, so on my 40th birthday, it's going to be amazing to be able to look in the mirror, take a picture, post it, and say, this is what 40 looks like. Come on, man. Maybe that's my big goal right now, is the day I turn 40 to take a picture and just blow people's minds. Maybe that'll be pretty motivating to some people, I'm sure. But that's where my mindset is now. I'm not going to yak too long. I'm going to run in the gas station, get me some more caffeine, and then go do a little bit of door dashing. Maybe I'll start recording some of that. Who knows? But thanks for sticking around, guys. Thanks to the one or two of you that watched this whole episode. And hey guys, we're going strong. 45 episodes in, 15 episodes in the 90 Days of Greatness. And you know, we're gonna keep on rolling with it. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.